Hello there, how's your day? I'm Ame Gakita. Alright, I think you guys saw the thumbnail or the title along the line where I actually say that I spent over $200 to get a lot of games. Well, the thing is, right, it's actually kind of like if I convert it to USD just to give you guys a little bit of context, it's actually based on the exchange rate, it seems to be 164.07 US dollars. But the thing is, right, all in all, just I can't scroll any further for this. So but the thing is, right, what I'm gonna tell you guys one thing is that I spent that amount of money to get quite a lot of game, at least in my book, that I feel I got a lot of games that is really considered that most of them, especially like Neptunia, is one of the old classic franchise game even till now. So did I spend quite a lot of money to get this kind of game when I can use that money to buy only one other game? Let's say for example Persona 3 or maybe those so-called AAA game which I had no idea what's the title all along the line. Am I having my money worth the good way, or am I supposed to be using that money to buy AAA games or games that is considered a model game? Well, the thing is, right, at this point of time, just to let you guys have a little bit more understanding on the contents on the game that I get, is that as you guys can see on screen, I got quite a lot of new game recently. The last game I ever got was Monster Hunter World, and other than that, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 games, which means that I spent around on an average of $12 per game in US dollar, okay, US $12 per game along that line. Some of the game can cost around $1 or $2. Some of the game cost around $10, $20 along the line. So averaging it out, I did not spend a lot of money on a game. So is it really a good thing or is it a bad thing? It depends on how you look at it. A few of the game I got is games that I'm not very fond of. Just in case there is actually if I'm not wrong, there is actually there is actually one more game I did got along the line, which is Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 that's cost around $15. So yeah, the money let me just so the money that's included, so I'm actually spending around $10 per game. So if you think about it, right, a lot of games that I got is like, let's say Neptunia. Why did I get a lot of Neptunia game along the line? Like, isn't this like cute girls along the line, or isn't this just about pretty girls along the line? The thing is, right, what a lot of people need to understand is that Neptunia Hyper Dimension Neptunia is one of the oldest franchise in the history, because I think it was released in 2010 along the line, and it's really one of the old games that I used to play back then. The funny thing is, right, if you guys go and search up about Neptunia when it was first released, a lot of people just on it. It's like people hate on it, and it's kind of interesting about where it's mostly Western people talking about how the game is being laggy or jank, or the battle rate is kind of weird. But the thing is, right, it's because it's considered on its own a special kind of gameplay along the line that it became a franchise. And it really kind of like telling a lot of people along the line that if a game got nice character, if the game have a very good story, even if the gameplay doesn't seem nice, but if you have people playing the game to give it a chance and liking the game and able to build up a franchise around it, it just proves to show that, hey, this is actually a game that is worth investing in. And why even make it even better, why did I spend that much money on this game, is that what a lot of people is not aware is that this game, due to 26 April or 27 April, depending on which country that you're on, 2024, just in case you guys are wondering, is that the game are actually, most of them are currently under discount. So as you guys can see, most of them are like on a discount price, so it can be considered worth getting those games. So in all, I spent quite a lot of money to get a lot of those games. And best part of some of the games do include like when even if I spend, like, let's say the amount on that game itself, it also inclusive of the DLC, everything. So all in all, the amount I'm just paying like 10 cents or maybe a penny just for the DLC alone. And this just proved to show that, hey, a game that is so old, yet is being sold at a cheaper price and is worth getting it. I mean, like, it's really one of the things that people always say that old game is not worth playing along the line, which is not true. A lot of the old game that is able to be played on or you can get it on stream, it just proves to show that there is still a nostalgic game to it. And if people wondering like, oh, should I get this game? Well, the thing is, right, my advice to you is that go and take a look at online, see how is the see whether can you find any gameplay about the game, about is there any people who show how they play this game along the line. If you feel that this is a game that you like, you can consider paying for it. I mean, like around $10 for a game that you can play for hours and enjoy and looking at cute girls along the line. It just proves to show that, hey, maybe cute girls are worth buying a game, and moreover, it's not even expensive. Whereas you pay for expensive game and the game is like having DEL or diversity or questionable things along the line, then you'll be like questioning, should I really pay a lot of money to get those games? The thing is, right, it depends on how you look at it. So the thing is, like, at this point, I can just maybe spend that amount. I can just basically spend this amount of money to buy 1 or 2 game and just be done with it. And you'll be live in the shop, or I can just basically buy all these game and I knew very, very well that I will at least touch them along the line. And more so is that Hyperdimension Neptunia is really one of the game that I used to play when I was young. I know some people will be saying, like, there will be comment, or maybe there will be people thinking along the line that, hey, you just like cute girls, you're a pawn, or you're just horny along the line. Well, I wouldn't say just because the girl look cute then you have to be horny. I mean, like, unless I'm playing Akiba Trip where I basically just on all the crew or all my enemy along that, and that is considered a yabai game. But at the same time, will I still play that game? Yes, definitely I will still play the game. But it's just that what you guys have to understand, if I do stream all this game, I will have to check which game can I stream on YouTube and which games can I must I stream on Twitch. Because the thing is, right, when it comes to some sort of censorship along the line, sometimes the YouTube one is more stricter as compared to Twitch. So if Twitch say it's fine, then I will probably stream the game on Twitch, which I have not streamed on Twitch for like who know how long when ago, because of a lot of situations that I feel that I don't wish to be part of. But on the other hand, if streaming on YouTube is fine, I will probably stream those games on YouTube. It's just that will I stream more of this? I mean, like, depending on whether is there some sort of right or wrong or whatever, or maybe censorship along the line that can I stream all those games, then it will definitely depends. I'm not very sure, because if there's yabiness, I have to private that video or that live stream along the line. So I hope you guys can understand. But then again, right, when a lot of people will be asking, like, why would you get this kind of game? Is it just because there's cute girls, or is it just along the line? I mean, like, the thing is, right, I will just say that I played Hyperdimension Neptunia ever since the first game was released. There is remastered version, which they later on name it as Rebirth. But the thing is, right, Hyperdimension is really one of the oldest game, and Rebirth is technically something similar to like remaster or remake version of for later generation to able to play the game. But in terms of like graphic wise, it's still it is still the same old one that before they add the Rebirth one. So technically, is it a better one or not? I have not touched the game like for very long, so I can't give my take until when I finally play the game. So going forward, I will probably be streaming most of the game from now on. It's just that, well, I don't think I will be like playing just like 1-2 hours and pause the game. I'll probably just try to play as long as I can. So probably I'll be unable to play. I'll probably just do a little bit of Genshin or Honkai Star Rail dailies on my off time, like do it very fast, and then I will just go and play. I will just make sure that at least beforehand I will prepare maybe 2 or 3 random check in advance to we upload on YouTube so that you guys will understand that I'm kind of like following a little bit on a random chat a day along the line. But there will be also day when I'm not well or when I'm not able to upload a video along the line, when there is like things that I wish not to talk about, or maybe along the line of doing a proper detailed research before I give my take along the line, then maybe those will be the day where I might consider, or maybe sometimes when I don't have the moment to prepare. But often more than not, I always try to at least upload a random chat a day. So if if you're a viewer of mine who love a random chat per day, this is just a heads up for you guys. But you are not, you are just a random person who just came across this video along the line, then why hello. Okay. Another thing a lot of people tend to recommend me to get was legal company, Plasmaphobia, and one more that is not on the list yet is basically the Poppy Playtime Chapter 3. I have played Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 of Poppy Playtime. Will I play will I play the Chapter 3 or not? I was advised by one of my friends in real life not to play the game because it's much harder. But at the same time, there has also been patch stating or update indicating the game was much slightly easier for those people who are unable to kill it. I'm not sure about it. I never touched the game yet. So, and when it comes to like Poppy Playtime, I'm already very traumatized by Huggy Wuggy. If you guys have not seen me traumatized by Huggy Wuggy, I will put up that specific video in the link description below so you guys can check that out later on. So the thing is, right, going forward, for this, will I stream all these games? Maybe yes, maybe no. But the only thing I'm not quite sure is that will I be streaming some of the game on YouTube or will I be streaming them on Twitch? So this will be a little bit of I need to check the clearance first. Not really like whatsoever. It's just see whether I can, like, is the game really very abide to be not able to be streamed on YouTube along the line, because the last thing I want is, oh no, I got banned on YouTube along the line. So I won't mind risking Twitch because I'm not Twitch affiliate and I hardly stream on Twitch. Even if people tell me to go and try streaming on Twitch, the thing is, right, I really don't have much viewers on Twitch myself, and I'm really hesitant a little bit on that end. But then again, will I go back to Twitch to stream one day? Maybe. If with the situation that I have quite a lot of game on hand, I might consider. But again, this will be depending on the situation, how I go about. But what you guys have to understand, why did I get hyperdimensional Neptunia like one shot, even though it just like discount along the line? Is the thing is, right, having the game on discount does help, as well as that I used to play Hyperdimension Neptunia, the 1, 2, and 3. Subsequent later on, I did not play anymore because the game is either at the time I did not have the money to buy those games, or along the line that I kind of like was playing other game or I was doing other stuff in real life that I didn't have the time to play too much games. So often there is quite a lot of reason to it. It's just that, do I remember what I did like 10 years ago? Obviously no. So the thing is right there is just basically I just giving you guys an understanding. But able to get this kind of game, it does seem to be a good thing for me. Now the thing is, right, it's kind of interesting that I know some people did ask, say that along the line that, hey, why not you get some of the other type of game, or maybe games that seems to be interesting along the line, or maybe or even better, it would be like, why not just spend like $80 to $100+ on AAA games or latest game along the line? Why not do that? But the thing is, right, I'm not rich, all right? So the thing is, when I say I'm not rich, do I really want to consider spending a lot of money on a game? The thing is, Atlas game, let's say Persona 3 Reload, is going to have a new game release called Shin Megumi series, and the day of their release of each other is like basically four or 5 months. To most people, they will just say, hey, I'm gonna get both games in. But the thing is, right, for me who can't have that much money in real life, will I really want to spend $300 to get both games? Or do I want to spend that amount of money to buy multiple games that I can slowly play throughout that 5 months? So the thing is that it's really something that we have to ask ourselves that sometimes when we get like before we spend money to buy a game, is it really worth that money? Like, do you really want to like spend that high amount of money to get the game, or are you the type to like wait until the game get discounted and maybe consider getting all those game, like multiple different game at one go? Because the thing is like if you're a person who prefer to wait for discount, or maybe you are a person on a tight budget, or maybe even in the case that you know that you are not in a hurry to play those games, then personally I would say yes, maybe you can consider not getting the game first and wait until it discount when they slash the price like around 20, 30, 50, 70% around along the line, then playing those games at a later timing does not seem bad. But at the same time, what a lot of people need to understand is that it all depends on each gamers, player, whatever you want to call it, or customer along the line. So the thing is, if I get all these games and I know full well I will enjoy those games, then obviously I will get them depending on how much I have. So again, like I mentioned, if let's say for example in this case that if let's say the game Neptunia was like at the time was already one of the triple A's game, or maybe the best game and a lot of people playing, and I knew that I got the money and I want to consider paying it, yeah, I know I will be a huge fan of it. I can go for it. Like Monster Hunter, if let's say for the Monster Hunter World that is gonna get released next year, and I know I'm gonna play the game, I know I will be gonna be enjoying the game, then yeah, I won't mind playing the game. But again, the thing is, right, there will be also a part of me saying that maybe I can wait for the game to be discounted along the line before I get the game along the line. So again, it depends on each individual. Like, do I really want to spend a lot of money in one shot to buy those games? So I'm not saying like everyone have to spend. I'm not saying like we're seriously. I'm not saying that a lot of people need to spend a lot of money to get those games or not in one go. I mean, like if the game is discounted and I like this kind of game, then sure. I mean, like go ahead. I'm not stopping you from getting it. But the thing is that it's really something that a lot of people need to like. Even I myself have to sit down and think is that when I spend money, let's say for example, I already spent my budget at it when I was in case you guys are wondering, I was do streaming getting the game. I will link you guys to that video if you guys are interested. Throughout that around 1 hour, I was looking around to get those game, and the thing is, right, it's really something that I did kind of like say it a little bit repeatedly again and again, is that sometimes when we get games, right, if I give you $100, will you use that $100 to buy 10 games that cost $10 each, or will you buy one game that costs $100? It's really something that you have to ask yourself. Do you want to go for multiple one, or the core or do you want to go for that one only? So the thing is, right, it's really something that a lot of people will come up with a lot of argument. Let's say for example, hey, if you get 10 game, maybe the game is not good along the line. Maybe yes, I can take that as a valid reason, but at the same time you have to understand, for me at the very least, Neptunia series is considered a franchise in a way. I mean, like if it can have a lot of different multiple games as you guys saw earlier, it just proves that it is considered technically a fun, nice game. But again, as I mentioned, if it's not your cup of tea, then you should not get this kind of game, but you can also consider looking at other kind of game. Because the thing is, right, at the end of the day, it's really back to the question that do we want to spend more money on one game, or do we want to spend money on multiple different game and getting them playing, enjoying each individually? So it really up to each individual. So to me, at least at this point of time, I will be enjoying a lot of Neptunia game. Is it because the girl are cute? Maybe is it because the game looks nice? Maybe, if you guys think that way. But the one reason I do get Neptunia is that I am a fan of Hyperdimension Neptunia when I was younger, so able to play this game one more time at this old man age, I personally feel that yeah, I really want to enjoy that moment. And more so is that a lot of older games, or in my view, will be considered, I would definitely kind of call them, yeah, they can be considered a classic game. And more so even that a lot of recent games are very expensive, and even if they are expensive, it does not justify that price in the first place. So let's say for example, Persona 3 Reload, do it justify the game? And as a person who loves Shin Megami, sorry about it, my voice sorry about it. So the thing is, right, for me, I play Atlas game ever since Soul Hacker 1. Not Soul Hacker 2, but Soul Hacker 1. There's also Shin Megami Tensei 1. So for me who play ever since that era, I know very well that a lot of Atlas game is gonna be a banger in a way. So will I say the game will be considered a good thing if you're gonna pay for it and get a huge enjoyment out of it? Yes, I will definitely feel so. But again, the one thing a lot of people need to understand is that for me, why did I not get Persona 3 Reload? Why did I not consider like getting Persona 4? I in the past did play Soul Hacker as well as Shin Megami Sensei. One of my friend who is a huge fan of Final Fantasy is also a fan of Shin Megami Tensei. So we both love Shin Megami. Like I hardly play Final Fantasy or the game, but when it comes to Shin Megami Tensei, we are both a huge fan. So for us, we love to talk about like he is a huge fan of Persona. Well, I'm more on Shin Megami Tensei. So often more than not, when we try to talk about some of the gameplay along the line, when Atlas get a new game getting released, we always discuss like, is it worth the money to get it? If the money is not like expensive, then maybe yes. But the thing is, right, if the price is a little bit on the higher side, then we have to ask ourselves, is it worth getting it or not? Because it may not be the case. Because let's say for example, if I get one game, like let's say if I get the deluxe version of Persona 3 Reload that costs around $100, then I can spend that same amount of money to get some of the old classic game, and it's not just one classic game or two classic game, but I can get 10, 20 depending on the amount of games that is up for on discount. And a lot of older games tend to be on a cheaper price or discounted price during sales along the line. So often more than not, wish list them or check it out is really a moment to think. And more so is that the price, a lot of people is like, when you, I mean, like, even if let's say for example, if you not getting what you don't have the money to consider getting Persona 3, if you only got like $10, you can consider one of the old classic game, and those game is still fun in its own sense. But again, if you guys are not like not sure about the gameplay, or if you guys are not sure about the mechanical along the line, check out online YouTube. A lot of the older games had already gameplay or already have their story or whatever up on in the internet, so you can check it out to see is it suit your taste or not. If you feel this kind is something that you wish to enjoy and you feel that the price is not too expensive, if you can spend like let's say $5 to get one Hyperdimension Neptunia game to play for 2-3 days or maybe a week, if you're or along the line, and you enjoy it, I feel like that is worth a lot of money. But if you're gonna say that you're gonna spend like $100 to play the game only for 2-3 days and you just speed run it and you just be done with it, and that is just basically mean that you're gonna spend $100 on a game for just basically 1 or 2 days that day, and versus you're just gonna spend only $1 or $2 for a game that you're gonna spend just only a few hours on it. It depends on how you look at it. Again, like I mentioned, everyone got their own preference, everyone got their own way of doing stuff. So it's very hard to say what is the best thing or what's the thing. All in all, in case you guys are wondering, like, did I enjoy those games in the past years? Do I enjoy getting the game last night before this recording, all this game? I did enjoy it because I know very well that I'm gonna be enjoying those games in the near future. But again, what am I gonna do with other game like Genshin or Honkai Star Rail or other game that I've not been touching along the line? I will try to complete most of the game that is still on the back end log, but at the same time you guys have to understand some of the game I may not be able to stream due to issue, and those kind of game tend to be on a little bit of questionable like copyright claim or copyright strike along the line. So I hope you guys can understand. If I can't stream on YouTube, I might be streaming those games on Twitch. So it is very likely that to be the case, but I'm still checking on that, and often more than not the reply I get is not favorable. So yeah, I hope you guys can understand that. So anyway, I think that should be enough. I know I kind of like drag this case about me getting a lot of game in one shot. But if you guys want to check out what game I got, I'm just gonna show you one more time. So basically I get Akiba Trip, Undead and Undress, as well as Hyperdimensional series. Basically there's 12 of them, as well as Legal Company. So I was told by a lot of people to get this game because they want to throw me along the line. So we will be, probably I'll be playing this game with them in depending on how I'll look at it. As well as Plasmophobia. Not looking forward to it. But it is a game that I was told to get it. It is also a game that I used to promise that I will get it as well. So I can't back down on my end. As well, there is also one game that I did get was the Poppy Playtime Chapter 3. Anyone who know me very well, again, I used to play Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, and Chapter 1 was the moment where I got traumatized by Huggy Wuggy. So if you guys want to hear how bad it was, I will put up the playlist on basic end the video, all these things in the description below so you guys can check it out. But anyway, all these things, technically, I mean, like, if people ask me, I would just say that this is just my way of thinking, like, hey, I feel like if I can spend $100+ to get multiple game, I feel that is a good thing, because that is how I think. But if you feel like you got your own way, if you want to say that if you agree that you should spend less money to get you can spend like $100 to get multiple game, then you can write in the comment how you feel about it and what kind of game do you want to get. Do understand that I might consider those games if you got that you guys put up in the comment below, because if I got a little bit of spare money and the game is not that expensive, I might consider getting those as well to give it a try. But if you feel like getting a game at a high price is worth that amount of money, also write in the comment below what's the game and why would you say it is something that I should consider getting, and I might also consider give it a try if I got a lot of money by then. But anyway, even so, I hope you guys can understand that I'm not a very rich cat, okay? If I get modelization, yeah, maybe. But for now, at the time of this recording, I can't really give too much date on that. But anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys have don't forget to press the like button and subscribe first. For more random chat where I talk about stuff that never follow a single trend, and this actually not considered it's really one of the time when I actually post a random stuff. I'm not doing a lot of drama or giving takes along the line. I'm just talking about things that I really like, and I guess this can be considered really a moment where I'm telling you guys one of my old favorite game is really Hyperdimensional Neptune. Yeah. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys have a nice day. Night.